and this is a video on how to do a gear oil change on a KTM 125 EXC. So this is what you need: nice pair of gloves, your gear oil, a bucket, ratchet, I have a 8mm deep socket and 10mm deep socket, as well as a extension bar, a 19mm spanner, some tissue, and a copper washer box set for the drain and level bolts. So first things first, when you get to the bike, you want to chuck the bucket underneath the bike like so. After you put the bucket underneath the bike, you want to take the oil filler plug off with your 19mm spanner. You want to put that to the side. So after you take off your filler cap, you want to get your 10mm deep socket, your extension and your ratchet. And on these engines you have a drain plug for the gear oil right underneath the brake lever, and it is a 10mm socket. So you just want to get your socket on there, crack it off and take that out. There you go. As you can see, it's already draining into the bucket. If it helps, lean the bike over. Now, while you leave your gear oil to drain, you want to get your 8mm socket, your extension bar and your ratchet, and take out your filler bolt, which is right above the brake lever. It's the top 8mm bolt there. I want to crack that off and take that out. Now, while your gear oil is draining, I do recommend you put a little bit of your new gear oil in the engine now while it's draining, just to flush the old gear oil out. So these engines only take 750ml of gear oil. Luckily I've got a litre here, so chuck a bit more in there just to get it through. There you go. So I've got a bit more to put in there. There you go, now I've got plenty left for the gear oil change. In the meantime, I'm going to clean up the level bolt, your drain plug and your filler cap, just so it's all ready to put back into the bike. It's good as new. So when your bike is done draining gear oil, you want to put the filler cap back in the bike with your new copper washer and just gently turn it, because you don't want to cross any of the threads inside the motor. There you go. Now once you've got finger tight, you want to grab your ratchet. Now you don't want to do it too tight, you just want to sort of give it a little bit and then a little bit more. That'll be it, that'll be perfect. Once you put the drain plug back in, you want to fill your bike up with at least 750 millilitres of gear oil in your engine. Once you get about halfway through the bottle, you want to turn the bike straight up so that you can see when the gear oil will come out the level bolt. Once you've got the bike straight up, you want to keep filling up the gearbox with your gear oil until you can see very clearly that the gear oil is coming out the level bung. Once you can see the gear oil is coming out your level bolt, I'm going to stop filling up the engine with gear oil and put the bolt back in there. You want to make sure all the threads are very clean and clear. And then get your 8mm socket. Very carefully put it at the end with your brand new copper washer, and all you want to do is just very carefully slowly twist it in. Not too hard, you don't want to cross thread in any of the bolts in the bike. So once you have it finger tight, to the point you can't turn it anymore with your fingers, get your ratchet. Now you don't want to do this too tight, so you just do it a little bit, and that's it. After you put your drain plug back in the bike, you want to put your filler cap back on the bike. Just do it by hand and use your 19mm socket to just carefully, not too much. There we go, and that's it.